Good Holy, let's explore about unique cultures and traditions of Japan. So Japan has a rich, colorful culture dating back to the country's prehistoric period known as the Jumyun period between 14,000 and 300 BCE. So the cultures and traditions of Japan are unique because of its islands nation's geography as well as its isolations from the outside world during the Tokugawa shogunate regime. So over the years, Japan cultures and traditions have been influenced by other Asian countries. So America and Europe as well as other natural factors such as land, natural resources, and seasonal climate. So borrowed ideas from other countries are infused with existing customs to become something distinctly Japanese. So here are other example the unique cultures and traditions of Japan. So first is toasting the New Year. So celebrating Bunyan-kai and Shinyan-kai parties for New Year. So Bunyan-kai literally forget the year gathering. It is a Japanese drinking party held at the ends of the year among close friends or groups of co-workers, while Chininkai literary New Year gathering. So it is the Japanese traditions of welcoming the New Year by yet again drinking alcohol. Second is chocolate truffles. So women receiving chocolates a month after Valentine's Day. White Day or White 2D is celebrated a month after Valentine's Day in Japan. So women and girls usually give their men friends gift of chocolate as an expression of love, social obligations or courtesy every 40th of February. On White Day, March 14th, the men return the favor by giving gifts to the ladies such as white chocolates, cookies, or jewelry. Then the third is baby temple visit or Mayuri. So a newborn's traditions Shinto rite of passage or Mayuri, literally Sharon's visit, is a Japanese newborn baby's traditional rite of passage. So parents or grandparents bring the child to a Shinto church traditionally 31 days after birth for a boy and 33 days after birth for a girl. But today, most of Miyamari are practiced between a month and 100 days after birth. This practice is to show gratitude to the deities for the birth of the child as well as to request a chance price to say a prayer for the baby's health and happiness. Next is sakura viewing and hanami parties. So hanami or flowering viewing is the Japanese customs of enjoying the transcendent beauty of the sakura flowers or hana. The cherry blossoms forecast or sakura zinsin is announced by the Japan Weather Bureau and usually begins in early March to early May with schedules that vary depending on the area. So how is respect shown in Japanese culture? So from a very young age, Japanese people are taught to value family members and strangers with huge respect. They are taught to behave respectively in the presence of adults. When they are teenagers, they get introduced to a new forms of the Japanese language that called Keigo. They usually learn this completely new way of talking in class as they learn other subjects. It changes from the already formal way they speak to their parents to a higher level of formality mostly used with teachers, professors, and elderly people. So when speaking with elders, they usually bow as a sign of respect. There are many social hierarchies and the Japanese cultures are respected and as one's moves moves up the ladder. They get to speak less and less formally and access more and more respect and politely in the ways that others that to them. Japanese fashion and clothing. So, kimono. So, a kimono is a multi-layered dress that folds across the front of the body like robes. It is typically floor or ankle length and has with sleeves. Different styles vary in layers, materials, accessories, and more. So, the kimono is the most famous and widespread traditional clothing in Japan. It rose to prominence in the Heian period and has survived as the main dress for both men and women ever since a whopping 1,000 years. So, kimono were so accepted as the main forms of fashions that the name kimono literally means thing to wear. It is still as the national dress of Japan. They can reflect symbolisms that indicate social class, history, and heritage.